right, so once again, hanging with Hudson, Taylor Honea, Cedar Creek Media, and of course the athletics director and head football coach of the Maybank Panthers, Coach Zach Hudson. So, Coach, 1-2 now, going into a big week here. It's homecoming week, of course. We've got a traditional, somebody we play a whole lot, I guess is the way to say that, in the Canton Eagles. So, no introduction needed for those guys down the way a little bit. So, we've seen each other a lot over the last few years. What do you see that's maybe different or the same in this iteration of the Canton Eagles?
They're still big up front. They've kind of gone to a run game style offense. Their quarterback hurt his elbow, I guess this summer. I'm not real sure. I'd be lying if I said when. But so he was out. I guess he's out for a little while. But they can still do it. They can still run the football. I know Coach Regal pretty well. I know he was involved in some run game offenses before he was the head coach at Canton, and so one of them being the slot T. So anybody involved with slot T knows the little nuances of running the football. So they do it very well. They have a really good H-back that really makes it go, and they got some big guys up front, and they do a good job. So, I think defensively they kind of look the same. I guess two really good defensive tackles up front, and everybody else just flying to the football. They're kind of a fun team to watch, play the game. So, matchup-wise, I think they'll be a little bit bigger than us up front. I think skill-wise they'll be kind of the same. So, we got to use a little bit better technique and up front and try to get that job done. But we got to hold up in the trenches. Just being honest, those trenches mean a lot. And if you can't hold up in there, you're going to give a quarterback too much time, or they're going to run the ball all over you. So we've got to hold up in the trenches and get better in there. And we changed some things up on defense and most people around a little bit, and try to help ourselves and learn some things from Will's Point, which was good for us. So. We get better every week, and I really do. I see that. We get better every week, so I look forward to it.
Yeah, and speaking of Will's Point, that was a game where, man, first of all, you called it last week's Hanging with Hudson. That was a heck of a game to watch.
Yes.
I mean, that was just a slugfest of a game to watch. So things did get away a little bit there towards the end. So how do you use that as a teaching point this week going forward, and especially in a week like homecoming where, the proverbial cheese is out there. There's all kinds of different distractions and things going around. So how do you kind of use all that to focus your guys in this week?
We don't talk about it much. The kids really don't talk about homecoming. I think that's more of the community and the girls a little bit more than the guys.
Yeah.
So, we handle that distraction pretty well. It's never been that big of an issue. I think our school does a good job of kind of leaving us out of some things, so we can work on the game. That's our responsibility in this whole scheme of things tomorrow night. So it leads itself to have an excuse there, but there is no excuse. You still got to go out there and play and do what you're supposed to do. But preparation-wise, I think our kids have had a good week. I think some of those movements has helped us. We're still able to add a couple of plays every week, which has really helped us. But going back to Will's Point, it was a slugfest. I knew it was going to be a slugfest. That quarterback is fast, and I think he was third in the region in the 100, and missed going to state, and probably the fastest region in the state of Texas, and missed going to state by hundredths of a second. And so, I don't know if that caught us off guard. There was a couple things defensively I thought we could have done a little better to help ourselves. But the offense every week, I feel like it gets a little more comfortable and a little more comfortable. And I have to remind myself it's a new offense. And so anytime you mess with something new like that, having a 300-plus yard night probably isn't going to happen very often for the first couple of weeks. But I think we had 270 or something like 280.
Mm-hmm.
But there was just some drives that we were we're 3 and out, and we can't do that. And so we've got to learn from that and understand the importance of that first play of each drive. And so if we can do that and fix some of those mistakes, but I thought our kids played better. But Will's Point's a pretty good team. and they were very big up front. I think they were bigger than a lot of people thought. I knew they were big, but I don't think anybody else did.
Surprised me.
Yes, yeah, they were large. And then you put some speed behind them, and now you got a problem. And so they're going to beat some people this year. They're going to beat quite a few people, but I also think they changed some things for us and kind of made it fit them a little better, and found kind of a different combination for them, and I think that's helping them a lot. So those guys are going to be good, but we gotta worry about us, and when Canton comes to town, we gotta hit our stride and get better every week and keep doing that.
Yes, sir. And you were mentioning that. I kind of said it on our broadcast, the maturity of the offense as well, kind of things falling into place. So, just philosophy-wise, as a coach, what are the things that you're looking for? Of course, there's successful plays here and there, but
Right.
I'm not going to mention any play by name, but there was one play that definitely seemed to be in the arsenal all night, and it worked several times throughout the night. But of course, now that's on film. So, how, as a coaching staff, do y'all come together and tweak those things without giving away the sauce or anything? But just is there, before the season, have y'all already got a bunch of deviations going for that? Is it an evolving thing? Like, how does that work out?
Well, you have your plays, and what you put in and what you design into it is, can the kids handle it? Can the kids do it? There's some plays we have thrown out the door. Our kids are not built to do that play. So, as we go into some things, we try some things. We tried to play the other day, and it was like, we ain't doing that again. Sure. But a different set of kids might be able to pull it off. And so, you have to go by what your kids can do. And so, I think that we're kind of finding that out, where that puzzle piece is. And the more we do that, the better we get. But, when you start talking about, I know what play you're talking about, but everybody kind of sees it because it's got some misdirection to it. But, I think there's 6 plays off of that. But can we accomplish those 6 plays? That's just one play off of it that, we put in last week, and it works. And, we've gotten better at running it, and linemen are getting better at blocking it. And so it is not something crazy or anything like that. But, I think that, we added some plays this week, and we're kind of done adding. So now we've got we said when we hit district, we're done. Like, we have to go out there and run a play after play after play and get really, really good at it. So hopefully some of those new plays will help us, and we continue with the others and make it all blend in together. But, there's so many times in a game you go out there, that play ain't working, and it was there. It was just somebody missed a block, or somebody blocked the wrong guy or something. And so, you look back on film, but like, man, I never shouldn't have stopped running that one. You kind of learn by those things and learn how your kids block and where they place themselves and what's successful and what not successful. So, we just got to keep getting better. And I feel like we are. I feel like our kids are. Everybody's showing up for film, and everybody's, here at 7 in the morning watching film. And so it's nice to see every morning, seeing your kids walk through wanting to get better. So I appreciate that in them. And we're playing good football. We just got to play a little bit better football. That's why we're in games. That's why, nobody's running away with it or anything like that. The other night was, a 3-point game until the very end. It's, you look up, you're 10 points behind. And it wasn't a 10-point game. It was back and forth the whole night. They just, we punted, and, you had your choice. You're down 20, you're going to punt, or you go for it on 4th down and give them a freebie real quick. And, we decided to punt it, and we needed to stop. So we got it done, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're a month into the season now, and people don't really think about it, but that actually means you're about 2 months into the season for you guys now. So, what have you seen the growth of your team over the last 2 months?
Well, I think they've grown up a little bit. There were some different personalities that had to know how to coexist and stuff, but I think they've grown up a little bit. And it's kind of a senior-heavy team. So, you still got to find, those leaders and stuff like that. But I think, from start to right now, I think we've grown up a little bit. And they've gotten used to us and used to the philosophy and understand what's coming next. But they've grown up a lot.
Yes, sir. And, well, so spoiler alert for everybody, we won't be here next week for Hanging with Hudson because, of course, it is a bye week.
Right.
So what do you do next week? Of course, we got to take every day at a time, so I'm not asking you to look forward or anything. But next week, how do you use the bye week? How does everything continue on? What does a bye week look like for the Maybank Panthers?
So we give the kids Saturday and Sunday off. Usually we bring them in on Saturday. But we try to give them the weekend off. We use Monday like Saturday, where we watch the film, do a little lifting. Then we use Tuesday like a Monday. And Tuesday and Wednesday we work on us. That's all we do is work on us. And then Thursday, Friday we work on our next opponent. And so that gives us an idea of, where we're headed for the, scouting report and stuff for the next week. So that's what we do. And we do it every year. But Monday and Tuesday, it is us. We do not worry about the opponent, but whatever we're messing up, we got to fix it. And we get really good at that, and then we move on to the next one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, hey, as always, Coach, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir.